Well, here I am. I made it to downtown Louisville, Kentucky. And this is my first visit ever to Louisville. I've never been to this city before. And I began this walking journey right here on Liberty Street. I just passed the corner of Liberty and 3rd Street. So this is where I'm at right now. Just gonna take a stroll along a few of the landmarks in downtown. Smells pretty good. Passing by a couple of restaurants over here. Not quite sure where that, but whatever it is, it smells good. I'm over here. It's a Chipotle. A couple of the scooters right here. And it's a cloudy day today. A little windy, kind of cloudy. Not the sunniest of days, but it's not bad. It's not too chilly or anything like that. I believe it's like in the 70s, the low 70s perhaps. And this is 4th Street Live. Usually at night, you know, this place be pretty lit from my understanding. I've never been here before, but you know, I would imagine this would be you know, pretty lit at night. You know, they have like this is more like a pedestrian area, so we're not going to see a lot of pedestrian traffic right at this moment. But and after all, this is a Thursday, like a Thursday morning / early afternoon, so it's so typical. It's a work day for a lot of people. So as you can see right here, so it's like a live music venue. Again, it's called 4th Street Live. So they got a few restaurants, a tavern. Looks like they have like a little bowling alley up around here. Close to. They have a bowling alley right there. Like a bar. Guy Fieri Smokehouse over there. And like a piano bar. Howl at the Moon. There you go. There goes the Guy Fieri Smokehouse. You know, he's famous for, you know, all his Travel Channel show. It's real big on going around traveling and going to check out a lot of like big name restaurants in a lot of different local areas, a lot of different cities and across the world. So he has a restaurant right over there called the Guy Fieri Smokehouse. They actually have a pizza bar over there across the street. But for those who want to visit Louisville, like I said, from my understanding, it's pretty nice. You know, this area particularly, it's not a lot of people right now, so don't get alarmed. You know, I'm pretty sure at night this place is pretty lit. You see a few of these flower beds to add to the beauty of the city. see this building right here is called the Silback Hilton Hotel. So there's also a few hotels around the area as well. And actually now I'm on Muhammad Ali Boulevard. So this is of course the greatest, perhaps the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time. Is Muhammad Ali. He is the native son of Louisville. So I'm walking down the namesake street and boulevard of Muhammad Ali. So yep, the world's greatest. This is where it all started, right here in Louisville, Kentucky. Born Cassius Clay. When he converted to Islam, he changed his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali, and there it goes right there. Downtown is the greatest. But not only was Muhammad Ali the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time, he was also an activist, you know, outside of being, you know, a boxer and a member of the Nation of Islam. He was a boxer. I mean, excuse me, he was an activist, you know. So he was the greatest in multiple ways, not just in the ring. Me personally, my favorite fight of Muhammad Ali, outside of the George Foreman and Joe Frazier fights, was a fight he had against Sonny Liston. That's how he really proved himself right there. And that's when he was still Cassius Clay. He was still under Cassius Clay before he converted to Islam. So that's my little spill on Muhammad Ali. There's going to be there's actually more like venues and sites that are also dedicated to Muhammad Ali across the city. As you guys can see, again, it's really cloudy, but there is a little glimpse of the sun. But you know, it feels like a typical fall day where it's not too cold or not too hot. I'm standing right over here by Jefferson Square Park. This is where in 1978 this park was built. It's called Jefferson Square Park, and this is where the first responders were killed in the line of duty. But it's also where in 2020 this became a rallying place for those demanding justice for Breonna Taylor, a black woman tragically killed by Louisville Metro Police serving a search warrant. Protesters called this space Injustice Square Park and held demonstrations that drew global attention. So yeah, this is where the huge protest, a huge demonstration took place back in 2020 to honor, or to protest rather, the unjust killing of Breonna Taylor, who was killed during a search warrant. So this is where it all took place, right here, as you can see, right up in here. Also located around City Hall. There goes City Hall over there. And it looks like that right over there is the county courthouse in the Department of Corrections. So that's the city jail, city and county jail. Because Louisville has like this city county like consolidation type thing going. That type of government. So, but yeah, right here, chilling right here over here in Jefferson Square Park. Walking down Jefferson Street, approaching the corner of Jefferson and 4th Street. And just a few minutes ago, over at Jefferson Square Park, over there at the intersection by the park, there were a couple of police officers. It looked like it was an accident. So they were responding to an accident. Just saw moments ago, before I resumed this footage, there were a couple of emergency vehicles that came down Jefferson Street. You know, it was Louisville EMS and a couple of sheriffs as well. So looks like a pretty serious accident. I hope everybody involved is okay, not seriously injured or anything of that nature. But yeah, here we go, right over here. There goes, as you can see right there, there's a couple more hotels, the Marriott and the Omni Hotel, right over here. Here's the Louisville International Convention Center. Walking down 4th Street now. This here is called the Park of 4 Fountains. So it goes 1 fountain, 2 fountains, 3 fountains, 4 fountains. And it's right outside the 400 West Market Street building. So as you can see, it's like a skyscraper right here. So like on the ground level, it looks like they have a bank. the other side of the International Convention Center. We're now on Market Street. One thing about Louisville is an old city, so a lot of these buildings look really old. Like, I'm talking 1800s old, right? You don't see a whole lot of modern buildings, but that's cool, because, you know, it's good to visit cities like that with older architecture. Right across the street. As you can see further down here, see, there's and this building right there. I'm gonna inch up a little closer so you can get a better view of it. That building right there, though, looks kind of modern. Looks like it hasn't been up super long. Looks like something from the 20th century, late 20th century. But this right here, that building right there with the awnings, this is the corner of Market Street and 3rd Street. That's an old spaghetti factory, excuse me. Old spaghetti factory. And I can't tell from over here. It looks like it's still in operation. Yeah, it looks like it's still in operation, but that building looks like really old. But I'm pretty sure there's venues that's been built in, like a lot of newer venues that's been built within the past 10-15 years that are downtown. I just haven't got to them yet. There goes a parking garage as well, right there in that white building. I'm gonna turn around. I'm actually across the street over here. Oh snap, look at that artwork right there. Let me close in on that. Okay. Oh yeah, that's tight. I like that. Get down with the hot brown. Toastest with the mostest. There's supposed to be, I guess on the ends here, supposed to be 2 strips of bacon. It looks like some ham right there. I'm not quite sure what that is. I guess I guess it's supposed to be a bunch of meat slapped on toast. It's supposed to be a meat sandwich. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but there goes a fork right there. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. I like seeing like murals and like paintings, especially down, like, you know, in the city areas, downtown areas. I got to give credit to the artist of this nice artwork. Art and design by RobbieDavis.com. Shout out to Robbie Davis for this beautiful piece of art. And over there, I like that too. It's like you see the words Louisville, like in a very artistic form. You see the letters overlapping each other. It's pretty nice. I'm pretty sure they got a copy of that in like some form, in like some museum. Let me go ahead and cross the street over here. early afternoon city traffic. Not anything super extraordinary. There goes a city bus right there. Go ahead and go across the street right here. It is it's a really nice day out here today. It's a nice fall day. I'm enjoying myself so far. But this the building I was talking about. I'm so close. It's like I'm closer up over here now. Old spaghetti factory. I saw earlier too that they was building a building going down Market Street. I didn't get it on camera, but they was constructing a building. So, you know, I guess they're trying to add a little flair to a little bit more flair to the city. It's actually a nice looking downtown though. You know, it's just like I said earlier, it's like one of those older you know, cities, and it's a river city, by the way, which I'm a huge fan of. Cities that are located on next to a riverfront, which we're about to see shortly. Bluegrass Brewing Company over there. It's a restaurant and a brewery, excuse me. Crossing the street over here at the corner of 3rd and Main, and here's the KFC Yum Center. This is home of the Louisville Cardinals basketball. This is their basketball arena. Doesn't seem like, I don't think it's been there too long. I think the building looks like it's been there probably less than 15 years. But yeah, this is it. This is home of the Louisville basketball team. Their stadium used to, you know, they used to have a stadium on campus, but, you know, I guess to add some flair, you know, over downtown, and then also to redevelop around the like the riverfront area. They built this along with a few other like restaurants and hotels. How a lot of cities redeveloped that. This is probably why they redeveloped and built a basketball arena over here. And I would imagine probably too, because the stadium on campus is probably aging. And you know, and Louisville has their basketball team has such a rich history. They've been to the Final Four in the tournament, God knows how many times throughout the history of that program. I think their men's basketball team won a title as recent as 2013, but they also won a couple of them back in the 80s. under Denny Crum, I think that was his name, the basketball coach during that time. So yeah, a lot of history associated with the basketball team. Here you can see the stairs. It's a good view right here of downtown too. A couple of buildings. There's a Courtyard hotel right there, as you can see. And I'm pretty sure, being that this stadium is hosted, it hosts like one of the big name basketball programs. I'm pretty sure it also hosts like some of the NCAA major events, like the tournament and things of that nature. And the women's basketball team also has a lot of success, had a lot of success. They actually made the Final Four last year and the Elite Eight this year. Now right over here, right by this bridge right here, there's a district known as the Bourbon District. Now Kentucky is known for its bourbon and whiskey. It's real big out here. Bourbon and whiskey is real big in Kentucky. And right down here is like a few little spots where you can come and get you can come and get some bourbon and whiskey. There's one right here, bourbon, called the Doc's Bourbon Room. And across the street over there, there's actually like a live music venue where you can get bourbon by the glass. So this is all located on Main Street, which is right by the Riverfront and by the KFC Yum Center. Again, they play live music here. Here's number 15. Old Forester Distilling Company. And over there across the street, there's another bar, and it's also a comedy club. There's a few little shops too, for apparel shops. This is like my first stop on the on a 1-day 3-city tour. So I'm gonna make my way back towards the other direction and head towards the Muhammad Ali Center, which is located on 6th Street. I could only imagine how it's gonna be how I can only imagine how it is at night. We already been through 4th Street Live. I know it's going to be, you know, because there's live music over there and a bunch of entertainment venues and stuff like that. So it's a bunch of bars and whiskey and bourbon over here. So I know the nightlife here seems like it'd be pretty dope. There we go. Let me get this banner right here. The Bourbon District, birthplace of bourbonism. Okay. I wouldn't doubt it. And that's that building I was alluding to earlier. The building that they're building right here at the corner of 2nd and Main. It's like they're building something over here. But there's a lot of newer development on this side of downtown. You know, over here on Main Street. Closer you get to the closer you get to the riverfront, the newer the development is. And over here, there's another bourbon venue or bourbon restaurant. It actually serves burgers and beer and bourbon. It's called Sidebar. And the name is fitting because the bar is literally on the side of this big building. Here we are closing in on the riverfront. I'm gonna see if I can get access to the riverfront or at least close to the riverfront from this area. This is down 4th Street. And right over here is the Galt Hotel. It's a hotel that's located right by the riverfront. It's a very legendary hotel. See how long this stays. It's about 2 hours. Then I'm gonna head to Indy.
Goodies. What do you got?
Like a big wax.
dirty. Walk across here. Now, what's a trip to Louisville if I didn't come and visit the Kentucky Riverfront? Right here is the Belle of Louisville riverboat. It's a popular tourist attraction and landmark of the city. And as you can see, right over here with those clouds there, it's a cloudy day, but it's really still a nice picturesque scene right here by the Kentucky River. It's actually facing this right here, this yellow bridge right there is called the George Rogers Clark Memorial Bridge. That bridge actually goes into it goes into Indiana. The Indiana state line is like right across this river. Across that, if you go across the bridge. Where the boat docks, right over here. That's where the boat docks, and this is looks like that's where the crew, the captain of the ship, usually, you know, that's where they steer the boat. And there goes a view of the KFC Yum Center. Louisville steamboat era. So a plaque just basically giving a rundown of the history of steamboats in Louisville. So for all your history buffs, there you have it. Another view is there goes a hotel, the hotel right there that we just walked over by. And I'm not sure what these buildings are right here in the center. I'm not sure if those look like they might be apartments or condos as opposed to a hotel. Just, you know, but yeah, I'm not really sure. They look more, it gives me like that hotel, like condo vibe to it. So I'm not really sure. But yeah, very relaxing afternoon right here on the riverfront. Few people walking through now. Again, this is a Thursday afternoon work day generally, so it's not going to be a whole lot of pedestrian traffic out here, but you know, it's a few people out. It's pretty cool. So the next stop will be the Muhammad Ali Center, a couple of blocks from the riverfront. So I'm gonna make my way over there, meet you over there. This right here is the PNC Tower. This was built in 1972. It's a 40-story, 512-foot structure. This has to be the tallest building in the city, bro. No doubt about it. I can't even get the whole thing in the frame. That's how tall it is. But it's called the PNC Tower in downtown Louisville, Kentucky. Located on South 5th Street. I stand corrected. This, whatever the name of this building is taller than the PNC Tower. So this has to be the tallest building in Louisville. Just FYI, just an edit right there. This is the Kentucky Center for the Performing Arts. It's located on the part of downtown which I believe is called Museum Row, because there's a multitude of museums, and this happens to be a performing arts venue. So this is all, as you can see over here, it's a few school buses. It looks like a field trip that was conducted by the schools. But what I forgot to mention earlier is that a lot of these buildings, these older buildings in Louisville, are actually like French architecture. So a lot of the architecture is like old French architecture. Because it was the French who colonized, and they colonized a lot of places, but they colonized Louisville, as you could tell by a lot of their structures. Favor, you know, like French architecture. Turn down 6th Street. There it is. There goes the Muhammad Ali Center. This will be the final stop of my downtown Louisville walking tour before I make my way back to the vehicle. and take my journey, continue my journey, and make my next stop an hour-and-a-half drive away in Cincinnati, Ohio. But here we go, the Muhammad Ali Center. It's basically like a non-profit museum. Let me go ahead and make my way. Over here. Before I go up there, let me detour real quick. And over here, because I this is what caught my eye, that mural over here of the Louisville native himself, the heavyweight champ and the late great Muhammad Ali. There goes a mural of him right there. There goes the watercolors, as you can see. Let me get a little closer up, and then I'll make my way back over to the front of the Muhammad Ali Center. But yeah, check that out. Let me make sure I get the social media tag for the artist. There you go, A. Kathy Art, I believe that's what it says. So I believe that's the artist, either their Twitter tag or their Instagram tag. I just wanted to give a shout out, you know what I'm saying? This is it's a beautiful mural right here, right by the parking garage. I'm gonna make sure, and I'm gonna get me a selfie by this, by the way, as well. So here I am at the front of the Muhammad Ali Center. This building opened up in 2005. And it's and in that building it's a museum, basically just commemorating Muhammad Ali. A lot of pictures, a lot of his, you know, memorabilia, a lot of like mementos that were collected and basically memorialized to cement his legacy, to honor his legacy rather. And they also have like a store in there, like a gift shop. And this is just like over here by the lobby. So there you have it. And also here goes like a pedestrian walkway or pedestrian bridge. You can actually walk over here. It makes it easier, especially for people who parked in that parking garage. So they don't have to walk on the street level. They can just walk from the upper deck of the parking lot. And not only that, you could actually, you know, if you just want to walk to like it's like a park over here that I'm about to see in just a minute. You can cross over here in this pedestrian bridge and won't have to worry about crossing the streets and everything of that nature. So it's very convenient. It's good that they actually constructed this pedestrian bridge right here. And I've been doing my research. They actually constructed it 8 years after the Muhammad Ali Museum opened up. So that's pretty cool. Here's just a photo of a horse race. You know, Kentucky is known for the Kentucky Derby. There goes his famous quote, Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And there goes Mr. Ali right there. And there goes his famous quote and his signature. So I'm gonna check out a couple more spots, and then I'm gonna make my way, you know, back to my car and take the next leg of this trip. And here's the park right here, and there goes the Galt House Hotel, which I'm just now finding out that I could have actually took a shortcut over here instead of walking the streetway. I could have crossed through the hotel, or this little gap, this area around the park. I could have walked over here, but you know, you live and learn. It's okay, no big deal. Urban sports park. So this, I'm not sure what type of like, it can't be, it's not volleyball, it's pickleball, I think. Yeah, I think it's a pickleball court. But anyway, it's, you know, there's some little bleachers right there. So I guess they have like a little pickleball league or something that congregates and plays their matches and their stuff like that over here. But right here is more of Muhammad Ali art. And this right here is Mr. Ali. And shout out to J. Chow Art in Morgan, McGill 01, for putting together this gorgeous mural right here of Muhammad Ali. And in the stars, it basically reads dedication, respect, conviction, spirituality, giving, and confidence. And those pretty much are the words that wrap up and describe Muhammad Ali. That's what those are the words, that's what he was about, you know. There goes the young Ali right there, and there goes a bicycle, which symbolizes Ali when he was a teenager. He had his bicycle stolen. I think he was 12 actually. He had his bike stolen, and that's what really motivated him to want to fight. Actually, he wanted to just go up and confront the person who took his bike, but the trainer, the guy who will ultimately train him, he was the one that basically said, you got to learn how to box first. So I think that may have been his introduction to boxing right there. And the gentleman's name is Joe Martin, by the way, who trained Ali, who's the one who basically took him under his wing and trained him after he explained to him, you got to learn how to fight first before you confront the bully, or excuse me, not the bully, but confront the individual who stole his bike. But yeah, this mural is very symbolic of all of the events that transpired throughout the course of Ali's life, and you know, a lot of these things happened when he was young too. His conversion to the Nation of Islam, his heavyweight titles, you know, he beat like Sonny Liston, and you know, and it was going through that you know, the Jim Crow and everything of that nature. Also, when resisted the draft. All of those things transpired, and like before Ali was even 30 years old. So, and I'm gonna give another shout out. It's A Kathy Art and at Doing Easy Daily. These are the social media tags of the individuals who put together this beautiful mural. And with that, I'm gonna end it right here because my battery's low, and I'm gonna keep on going, continue on my trip, continue on my journey. Thanks for watching. This is Third Eye P9 checking out. Peace.